I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shunda Jenkins, and today I want to share with you why I went vegan. Alright, so vegan has been trending for a while. So many people are going vegan or either vegetarian and plant-based because so many documentaries, and then just so many people just are starting to realize that they no longer want to consume meat. I started my vegan journey in 2016. It was after my birthday. We had just finished celebrating my birthday, and I believe it's September because my birthday is at the end of August, so it's August 30th. And so in September we just decided, when I say we, I'm speaking in reference to my husband. So we decided to not eat animals anymore. And it was more of a spiritual reason. We decided that we no longer wanted to consume animals because we felt like they were just, they were beings, they were living things. And so we decided that we no longer wanted to partake in eating animals just to have pleasure. Now, I did not know anything about the vegan diet. I learned about it like a few times. I knew like a couple of people in my lifetime that were vegan, and I really didn't explore like what is vegan. I just knew they didn't eat meat, and to be honest, I never really thought about going that way. Me going vegan in 2016 was not something that I just knew it was going to happen. So I had to do a lot of research about what veganism was and what it all entailed. And so when I started doing my research, I realized not only that I couldn't eat meat, I also couldn't eat honey, I couldn't have cheese, I couldn't have milk, even though I'm lactose intolerant, so I couldn't have milk anyway. I couldn't have eggs. So it was so much more than I realized that the vegan diet was about. So I started doing the vegan diet, and it was for a few months. It was really challenging. It was challenging to stick to it because every day I was discovering like I can't have that either. Like I kept discovering foods that I couldn't have, from cereal to different candies that I like and desserts. So I realized, okay, all right, maybe let me just pump my brakes. And I decided to then go vegetarian because I was like, okay, I'm going to learn how to do the vegan diet because this is what I want to do, but I don't want to stress myself out with trying to be vegan that I end up giving up. And so I knew this was something I wanted to do. I knew this was my purpose. It's something that I really had strong values about. So I did the vegetarian route because it was more convenient, and that when I go out to eat, that I have more options to pick from. So the vegetarian route that I went was I continued to stick with like cheese and eggs, but that was really it. And about 80% of my meals that I made were vegan, and then the 20% was the times when I ate out or I just was lazy and I just bought some pizza. So what is the vegan diet? Because a lot of people want to know. It's extreme. It could be from, it's different levels of it. So the vegan diet is basically not consuming or using any products that are animal based. So your shampoos, your feminine hygiene products, different products that you use on your body, from the things that you drink, including wine, because there's certain wines you got to make sure that is vegan friendly. Just making sure the beer is vegan friendly. So it's so many elements that you have to pay attention to. Also, the things that you buy. Are you buying leather shoes because that's from an animal? So you got to also, is it vegan leather or is it animal from a leather from an animal, not leather anyway. But it's so many levels, and so I realized, okay, maybe I cannot be fully vegan because I do have leather seats in my car, and that's not something that a vegan does. I do have things in my house that have leather on it, and I'm not fully there yet. I've been doing this for 4 years, and I realized that there are things in my house that are made from animals. And as much as I love and care about animals, I do understand that those are things that I do have in my house, and they are not more valuable than animals. I just gotta buy something to replace them with. So I haven't got there yet. I haven't replaced them yet. But veganism is everything. It's the way you live. It's the way you operate throughout your life. And so the stage that I am in right now is that, as far as what goes into my body, is vegan, plant-based vegan, and we'll talk about that later. And then the things that I use on my body is vegan, because I feel like it's better quality, it's all natural, and it's stuff that is found in nature that didn't allow an animal to be slaughtered to actually create it. And so that's a little bit about veganism and why I went vegan. Yes, it was because my just love for animals and no longer wanting to see them slaughtered anymore. It did not have anything to do with it being a healthier diet compared to others. Now, it is a healthy diet because it contains a lot of plants, and our body needs plants because of antioxidants and the phytochemicals that comes from plants. And so these are helpful for reducing inflammation in the body. Also reduce free radicals, because the antioxidants are what help filter out the free radicals, and the free radicals are caused from pollution, smoke, any type of pollution that we're consuming. The antioxidants from the plants help go in and filter throughout our body to cycle out, to clean our body from the free radicals that are trying to attack. What free radicals do is come into our body and attack a healthy cell. They combine with a healthy cell to make itself whole, and that's when the problem occurs, when you start experiencing diseases in your body, because the free radicals have taken over your body. And so eating a diet that's rich with a lot of vegetables and a lot of fruits is going to make sure that you get enough of the antioxidants that you need into your body. Also, the vegan diet, if you decide to start it, know that there are going to be people that are going to try to criticize you. When I started my vegan diet in 2016, to be honest, I was really nervous to tell my family. And the reason why I was nervous is because I know that, I'm not eating meat, and they're going to look at me like super weird. And some of them were like, oh, okay. I thought they were going to look at me weird, but they were like, oh, okay, that's fine. So I messaged them and told them what I was doing. I said, for Thanksgiving, because I did this in September, so I knew Halloween was coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all those things were coming up. And so I needed to make sure everyone knew, if I'm not eating food, this is why. And so whenever you start this lifestyle, you also need to make people around you aware of it, at least people that you talk to all the time. I'm not saying go shout from the mountaintop I'm going vegan, or I'm no longer eating animals or anything, but just making people aware. So when you're out eating with them and you're ordering certain things and they're not okay, are you okay? What's going on? You're not eating that. Or if they're hey, you want to taste this? You're oh, I can't have that. So they're already aware of the things that you can't have. And so communicating with the people you love is very important. Plus, they will support you. A lot of my family members try to make some recipe available for me whenever I go to any kind of gathering. They're we're going to make sure you have something to eat. And I'm don't worry about it. It's okay. But it's cool that they actually take time out to just learn more about it. And not only am I teaching them about the diet, by doing this, it's also helping us grow our relationship, because we're learning about each other. Okay, I know about her diet because this is why she eats it, and this is why she does it. And so it kind of makes you feel really good, because they really took the time out to really just care about your feelings. And so share it with someone. Also, encourage others to join you. Don't be the pushy person. Don't be you need to do this, you need to stop eating meat. Do not do that. Please don't. Remember, our decisions are our decisions, and we cannot push those decisions off on anyone else. What you can do is to encourage them to start the journey with you, and tell them why you want to start the journey. And also with your why, write that why down, because don't just say you want to go on a vegan diet because you feel like it's going to help you lose weight. That's not going to keep you on the diet. Write down why you want to lose weight, and then continue to probe at why until you get to the root cause. Maybe the root cause is I need to lose weight because I'm borderline diabetic, and if I don't lose this weight, then I'm going to be unhealthy and I'm going to develop diseases that my body doesn't need. So get very specific about your why whenever you decide to adopt this lifestyle. My why was that I do no longer want to consume animals because I feel like that I can enjoy food without something being slaughtered in the presence of it. So that was my why, and that's what has kept me on this path. Because when someone say, do you miss meat? No, I don't miss slaughtering animals so I can enjoy my food. No, I don't miss that. And so when someone tells you, do you miss eating a certain way? You say, no, I don't miss eating a certain way, because this diet is healthier for my body. It allowed me to eliminate disease out of my body. So you got to make sure that your why is super, super powerful. So that's something to note. All right, so join a vegan Facebook group community. I have been in so many vegan Facebook group communities. Like, I'm in a lot of them. I don't even know how many I'm in, but they're so encouraging. They share recipes, and everyone just in there like sharing advice with each other. And now there are some groups that are negative. If you see the negativity, just remove yourself from the group and just find another one. But find a vegan community Facebook group that you can feel like that's home. This is a place that I want to be. I actually just started a vegan plant-based Facebook group, and I just started it like a couple weeks ago, so it doesn't have that many people in there, but I will put it down below so you can join it. I'll be sharing recipes in there throughout the week, and there'll be recipes that I'm preparing that I'm sharing from my blog, shundajenkins.com. So if you want to join that, I will include a link below for you to access that, so you can join a positive community. I am the only one posting in there so far, because like I said, this community only has been open for about 2 weeks, but it's going to grow. It's going to grow because we're going to need you to join, and you're going to tell people about it, and eventually we're going to be at 10,000 people. Also, plan your meals. If you decide to go on this vegan lifestyle journey, it's important to plan your meals. Being a vegan and eating a plant-based diet is not the same as eating your traditional, that we're used to, meat-based diet. And so you really do have to plan your meals. You really do have to know, like, what am I going in the kitchen to make? Because some meals require a lot of elements, and some of them are simple. So planning your meals ahead of time, knowing like what are you going to cook for the day. Like, when you start your day or the night before, have a list like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to be making, vegan burgers or whatever, and in the morning I'm gonna have oatmeal. For lunch I'm gonna have a salad. Whatever you choose to have for the day, just plan it in advance, so whenever it's time, you already know what you're gonna make. You won't be frustrated, you won't feel like giving up. Trust me, planning your meals, regardless if you're on a vegan diet or not, is so helpful. It keeps you organized, and it keeps you from stressing about things that don't matter. All right, try adding in one meal a week. So if you want to start this journey, but you're like, I don't know if I can do it like right now, I'm like still thinking about it, I don't even know if it's for me, try introducing one vegan meal into your diet a week. Just one a week. And then you're like, oh, I think I like this. Then you go to a whole day of vegan eating, or maybe 2 meals. You get to decide how you start this journey. Remember, I started out as a vegan, and I was like, ooh, okay, this is a lot harder than I think. I'm gonna go into the vegetarian space first. And that's when I said, okay, I'm going to the vegetarian space, but I'm gonna eliminate eggs. I'm gonna eat eggs, and I'm gonna eat cheese, but I'm not gonna consume the fish and all the other stuff that some vegetarians might consume. So that's another route to go. Remember, this is your journey. You can decide how you want to do it, but if you want to do it, just write down why you want to do it. Write it down. Let that why be super clear. And that's what anything that you want to achieve in life, any kind of habit that you want to start, you got to write it down. So write down, why do you want to be vegan? And not just vegan, but plant-based vegan, because there's a difference. And that's what I want to touch on also, because when I started my vegan lifestyle, I just thought being vegan was like, all right, I guess I didn't think about the healthiness of it. I just was like, I don't want to eat animals no more, whatever. And so I started eating a lot of more processed foods because it was convenient. And then I'll prepare meals that were fresh, of course. But the balance, it was like I was eating 50% processed. I was eating 50% prepared meals when I needed to be eating 80% prepared and 20% processed. And the reason is because processed foods are not really good for us. They're natural, okay? A lot of people think they're fake. They're not fake. They're natural, but they contain a lot of preservatives in them, and we don't need all those preservatives. And so eating fresh as much as possible is beneficial to the body because your body needs those fresh ingredients. That's what feeds our cells, and that's what makes the body healthy. And so eating a diet that is full with fresh vegetables and fresh fruit is very important. Even getting some frozen vegetables and frozen fruits that are frozen at the season, like frozen in season. So if it's frozen in season, it'll tell you that. But eating as fresh as possible is important. If you can start you like a little small herb garden, a little small vegetable garden. I'm not saying grow all your food. If you can, then that's cool, because that's what I thought I could do, and I realized I can't grow all my food. Gardening is a lot harder than people think. So maybe I'll visit it later in life, but yeah, not for me right now. So anyway, so I forgot what I was talking about. But preparing your foods as much as possible is very important. But plant-based eating is pretty much eating whole grains. So no white flour, no refined, shoot, I can't even talk. No white flour, no white flour, no white pastas. You want to eat whole grains, whole food. Okay? So wheat. Nothing that has been stripped of its fiber and its bran, okay? You want to have your oatmeal, your whole oatmeal. You want to have your wheat noodles, your wheat bread, your whole wheat bread. And Ezekiel bread is a really good brand to buy because they have so many different breads, and their bread is sprouted grains. So that's even more better. Your beans, your fruits, your vegetables. If we're using any type of flour, let it be whole wheat flour. Let it be a whole grain, okay? That's very important. On the plant-based diet, your body is getting the optimal amount of nutrients that it can. When you're eating a lot of white flour and grains that have been processed, then they're stripping the nutrients that your body needs. White rice, it doesn't have enough nutrients. The brown rice is a lot better. The white rice is a processed rice. And so if you want to eat and give your body the maximum nutrients that it needs to survive, it's best to eat a plant-based vegan diet, because the vegan diet alone is not healthy. You can continue to eat the version of your meat counterparts, which are your fried vegan chicken, your fried fish, your fried fries, whatever you're eating, and I'm not saying you cannot eat that. I'm saying that for a good quality life, and you want to adopt this vegan lifestyle, know that you do have to do it plant-based. Know that you do have to eat 80% healthy, and that 20%, okay, that can be spent on your donuts. That can be spent on, all right, it's a birthday, we're going to celebrate. All right, it's Thanksgiving, we're going to have some fried vegan chicken, or whatever you choosing to have. But it's not about overindulging, because when you overindulge, you just open up your body to be impacted by diseases such as diabetes, obesity, and a lot of other issues like high blood pressure. There's so many illnesses out there that you can develop, and I do not want that for you. So if you want to start this vegan lifestyle, It's not going to be easy. It's a journey. And I want you to transition into it slow. Do not do like I did where I try to go full speed into it. Just transition slowly, 1 meal at a time. And you bump it up to 1 day at a time. And and before you know it, you're going to be on this journey. You're going to be like, oh my God, I'm glad I started at it slow. Don't get frustrated with yourself, okay? What's going to eliminate the frustration is planning your meals. Getting organized, having a plan in place, knowing what is vegan, plant-based, and what is not vegan, plant-based. And I also have those pantry staples. I also have a 21-day recipe book that you can look at. I'll be leaving my website below, so when you click on my website, it'll open up and there'll be a box that tells you, okay, to subscribe to my email list. You will get some recipes, and you also get the pantry staple list. And so this is all free, but if you don't want to subscribe after you get your stuff, just go unsubscribe. And that's fine. But it requires you to subscribe for you to get the stuff. And if you want to say, oh, I don't want to subscribe to this, that is perfectly fine. Remember, I'm just trying to help you on your journey. I will be posting once a week on my blog. So it's either going to be nutrition, motivation, or physical stuff. So everything around the health scope of taking care of your full body will be shared on my blog. And so you can go on there, subscribe, and get new updates, get more recipes to add to your list, get more advice on how to take care of your body, because that's the goal, that's the mission, because the way you take care of your body determines how your body will perform. And so taking care of your body, feeding it the things that it needs, will determine the outcome. All right, guys, I know that was a lot of information, and I hope that this video has been very informative. I went vegan for my own reasons, but I want you to ask yourself, why do you want to go vegan? What is causing you to want to go there? Write it down. Be really clear, because this is what's going to help you stay motivated. This is going to help you, not get frustrated when you feel like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. It has not been a time in my journey as a vegan that I said, I don't want to do this anymore. It has not been a time. You know why? It's because I decided what my why was. The only thing I get frustrated about being a vegan is that there's not a lot of choices in my area. Where I live at, we're just growing slowly in the vegan space, and so there's not a lot of places out there for me to eat from. And so I got to do my research, and that's one thing you have to do your research about your area. Look for restaurants in your area that you can eat at. Call. People are so helpful when you call and ask them, like, hey, can this be made vegan, or do you have some vegan options? And if they don't know what vegan is, tell them what it is, and they'll say, oh yeah, that's made with this. There's so many restaurants I have went to, and I wanted to buy like some sushi, and now I say, okay, I want some sushi. Can you tell me, can you make this into a vegan sushi? And most of the time they were able to help me. The things that they weren't able to help me with, they suggest something else. And so it's been very good, because I always had someone there to help me. Like I said, I had my critics, but I got over them, because I'm like, you're gonna get those, those normal vegan jokes about, oh, all you do is eat grass and trees and craziness. But it's okay, because they don't have to understand your choices. Only you have to understand your choices. All right, you guys. All right, so hope this video has been very informative, and let me know below, are you going to start your vegan lifestyle? Are you vegan already? What is scary about this journey? How are you going to do it? Just share with me in the comments below. Any concerns, any questions, I'll be sure to get back with you. Also, if you want that free 21-day recipe book and a list of the pantry staples for vegan, then make sure you check out my website. I'm going to comment it below, but it's shundajenkins.com. And also check out my Facebook group. I'm going to be putting that in the comments below. But that's really all I have for you guys. I hope you have an amazing day, and I love you guys, and thank you for subscribing and tuning in 3 times a day. 3 times a week. Look, I can't even talk. Thank you for tuning in 3 times a week with me and sharing my passion. All right, you guys. Bye.
I have a dream, that's all I need. make it happen with some work and belief.